Good morning, my listeners. This is Victor Doctor, and this is 48th episode of Good Morning BSS World podcast. Here I am sharing with you some kind of information about the BSS industry and also the business environment of such industries like BPOs, GBSs, IT, call contact centers, and many others. Let me focus today on TriCity report. Yes, the Focus on TriCity report is one of the publications which is being regularly presented and prepared by Progressio, the organization I am working at. And the purpose of this report is actually to share the information about business attractiveness of certain cities where the BSS industry is locating their operation centers. Today I have for you TriCity. TriCity is a combination of three different cities but located so close together that they have the common name TriCity. What are those cities? This is Gdańsk, Gdynia and Sopot, and all three are located on the seaside in Poland, on the north of Poland. TriCity, one of the most famous destinations for BSS industry in Poland. So, today I have for you some information which I will take out of the report Focus on TriCity, which was prepared at the end of June 2021. The report is quite short, I must say. It has 26 pages. It was prepared by Progressio, but in partnership with Invest in Pomerania, Polish investment and trade agency, Cushman and Wakefield, Antal, and Riposta. Those companies have partnered with the production, collection of data and commenting the details of this report. So what this report includes? It has a couple of sections where there is a focus on the macro and micro economy elements, also education area, city logistics, real estate, which is quite important from the perspective of office rent, for example. Then the description of the business as it is, showing the scale of business support services operation centers present in the Tri-City region, and then also focus on some salaries and a light thing about culture, entertainment and recreation. So 7 different sections, and each of them described quite, I would say, clearly. Not too many writing, rather more numbers, percentages, and a lot of graphs and details. So let's focus on the city or the area of Tri-City. The town area is 415 square kilometers, and the population which is within this area is 751,060 people. Is it the total population? No, actually it is not, because if we are considering business locations, we need to focus on a little bit wider area. So the population of the whole agglomeration, which is the city and the suburbs. So if we take a look on that size of the area, then we can see that the population within the agglomeration of Tri-City is 1,600,249 people. Whoa, quite significant numbers, so you can only imagine how many people are available to work within the BSS industry, for example. So, something what is quite important when we are choosing the business destination is the percentage of the unemployment. So unemployment rate after the pandemic's year rose a little bit, but not too much. If we take a look on the most business-oriented area of Tri-City, which is Gdańsk, then the percentage of unemployment rate is 3.5%, which is quite low comparing to some other cities within Poland or other countries. So 3.5%, and in Gdynia and in Sopot it's even lower. So let's move to the education area. People, yes, we need people to work within the BSS industry. So you need to know that within Tri-City you can find 34 universities, where actually 11 of them are public and 23 are private. If we take a look on the data concerning students and graduates, I need to tell you that within the whole Pomerania region you have 77 8,255 students, and the last year there were 19,641 graduates. This is quite significant number if we consider that the population of people who are leaving the universities, they usually are the graduates of very important for the business support services types of subjects. And what those subjects are? For example, philologies, so for foreign languages, administration, business, law, IT, ICT, engineering and technology, or logistics. If we take a look on the administration, business and law area, within the last year, there were 18,423 students and 4,568 graduates. Whoa, this is quite interesting numbers. So I can assume that most of those people actually already are on the business market and are already employed within some of the organizations where some of them are representing the business support services industry. Within the Focus on TriCity report, you can also find details about the kindergartens, primary schools, high schools, or technical schools, but I will not share with you this information now. You can find it under the link which is added to the description of this podcast. You can download free of charge Focus on TriCity report either in English or in Polish, because yes, it is presented in 2 languages, and you can get all of those information free of charge. But let me share with you some additional stories which are included with the report, so maybe it will encourage you to get it even faster than you imagine. The next section which is included within this report is the transport. So from that report you can find out how many car rentals companies are in TriCity, how many hybrid vehicles and electric cars are for rent, how many taxi companies. Oh, this actually I can share with you. There are 5,845 taxis within TriCity region, and if you want to use it, the average initial charge for the taxi is 8 PLNs, which is more or less €2, perhaps even less, and the average cost per kilometer is 2.8 zloty, which is like half a euro or similar amount. If you don't want to travel by taxi, you can use the bus lines. You can also use the tram lines, because both buses and trams are available in TriCity, where trams are available only in the city of Gdańsk. You can also find out in this report, in the Focus on TriCity report, information about the costs of the tickets. Yes, the normal ticket is 3.8 PLNs, which is less than €1, and if you want to buy the monthly ticket for using buses, trams and other public transportation, the cost of that is 100 PLNs, which is how many in euro? Probably about €25 to cover the monthly cost of the travels in the public transport. There is much more information about the electric scooters for rent, electric mopeds for rent, or the city bikes. And the bikes, you know, I do like a lot of very much actually to travel by bike. And in the TriCity, I can use 283 kilometers length of bicycle routes to travel all around the city. Actually, 3 cities. So where is Gdańsk and where is TriCity located? If you want to find out the destination in kilometers from other Polish or other countries' cities, how long it is to travel to Gdańsk, this information is also included in the Focus on TriCity report. So, for example, from Warsaw, this is 354 kilometers. From Berlin, this is 490 kilometers. And from, for example, Vilnius, this is 577 kilometers. And you can, of course, travel to the TriCity by car. But why to travel by car if you can use a flight, if you can fly to TriCity? And of course, it is important to know that TriCity has an airport which is located in the city of Gdańsk, and this airport has 77 different connections to other airports globally. You can travel to Gdańsk from Denmark, from Georgia, from Cyprus, from Spain, from Ireland, from UK, from Greece, from Finland, and many other countries. So it is good to know that all of this content is actually included in the report focus on TriCity. What is more included? Of course, there is some other internal city logistics. So there is in the center of this report, there is a map. And on this map, there are drawings of the most important places within the TriCity, including the main railway station, the office on Invest in Pomerania, the Gdańsk University of Technology, Gdańsk University of Gdańsk, but also the Gdańsk shipyard, for example, or Pomeranian Science and Technology Park in Gdynia. And there are also included timings, how long it takes to go by car or by walking from the main railway station in Gdańsk to those selected areas. So if you want to know those details, you can find them out on the page number 10 and 11 of the Focused on TriCity report. Business. Let's go to business and let's find out some numbers which are very useful for the business support services investors. So let's start with the real estate. How many square meters are available in the TriCity area? So this information is delivered within this report by Cushman and Wakefield, who is one of the members of the Progressio club and who are investigating the real estate market in TriCity, but not only, they also do investigate the real estate industry in the whole Poland. So what those informations about TriCity when it comes to the real estate are? So the total existing A and B class office space is 913,600 square meters. It is not the end, because under construction already there are additional 115,000 square meters, and those which are planned for the next construction works are 300,000 square meters. Quite significant number. How many of that is in the A and B class buildings? 129 are already existing, 10 are under construction and 18 are planned. So how much does it cost? If you want to rent a space within the modern office buildings, then you need to spend about more or less 11 euro per square meter per month. This is minimum, or 14.5 euro per square meter per month in the maximum range. Probably, if you go to the negotiation process, you will meet somewhere in between, but it's worth to know that between 11 and 14.5 euro per square meter, you can find excellent office spaces within the TriCity area. This is not the last cost, because also there are some service charges added, and they are more or less 4.5 euro per square meter. Doesn't matter in which building you go, this is quite unique, let's say, price per the whole area. The report Focus on TriCity also includes the list of some buildings which are present within the TriCity area, and there is also an information where those buildings are located and what is the total existing or planned space within those buildings. Is it the end of all of the real estate information which is included within this report? Not exactly. If you are rather considering to locate your business or use some warehouses or shopping malls, this information is also on the page 13 available in the Focus on TriCity report. So warehouses, how many they are, how many square meters, what are the costs, and the same information about the shopping malls is included within that report. Let's move forward and let's see how is constructed the number of various operation centers which already are present in the TriCity area. I need to tell you that there are nearly 200 of them already in the TriCity, where 58% of them are IT profile, 22% are shared services or global shared service centers, 9% are R&Ds, 7% are BPOs, and 4% are centers of excellence. If you want to know who they are, who exactly is present in the TriCity region, so like a list of your potential competitors or potential business partners, you can find that information on page 16 and page 17 of the report Focus on TriCity. I can give you some names which are worth to know, because for example, in the Tri-City region, you have such brands who are already present there, like Alexander Mann Solutions, for example, like Divers Consulting Group, like Bain Poland, for example. Who else is in here? IT Contract, who have recently changed the name to Avenga. You have also here Lorette Online Education, you have LPP, you have also Nordea Bank, you have Nippon Seikei, but also Nike has their operation center. And let's take some examples from Indian industry who located their business in the Tri-City area, and those are, for example, Vipro IT Services or WNS Global Services. There are many more, nearly 200 operation centers are listed on page 16 and 17 on Focus on Tri-City report. If you want to know them all, just download the report and you will have all of the details. The report also includes when those investments came to Tri-City, so there is a list of years where and how many new investments appeared in the Tri-City region, and there is also information about the country of origin of all of the investors. So the majority of them are actually from Poland, but if we take a look on the international scale of investors, you can find out here that there are investors from US, from United Kingdom, Ukraine, Switzerland, Sweden, Spain, Singapore, Norway, Netherlands, Japan, Ireland, India, Iceland, Germany, France, Finland, Denmark, Czech Republic, Canada, Brazil, Belgium, and Austria. That's a big scope, yeah, isn't it? Okay, so the most important thing for all of us, we are building business, so we need to know how much we need to pay to our future and current employees. And this information is also partially included in the Focus on Tri-City report. You can find out here what is the salary range for the call contact center employees, and there is a range from minimum to maximum wages given in the PLN, so Polish zlotys. So, for example, for the junior consultant, you need to pay 3,700 PLNs, and the maximum salary for that position is 4,700 PLNs. So, this maximum is more or less 1,000 euro per month. Then, of course, you have also information about the salaries given to consultants, senior consultants, team leaders, supervisors, managers, and this is including not only call contact center positions, but also accounts payables, accounts receivables, or general ledger. This information is provided to this report by Antal. Antal is also a member of the Progressio Club and a very valuable company who understands and analyzes the HR market in Poland. So if you want to know more details about specific positions who are available in the business support services industry in Poland, within Tri-City, but not only, but also the whole country, then Antal is a good source of such information. Let me focus on some other group of the positions which is also included in this report, which are the IT jobs. So, for example, .NET developer, the minimum salary for such person is 9,700 PLNs, which is more or less 2,000 euro, but the maximum range goes up to 16,200 PLNs, which is nearly doubling that number. So everything depends on the experience, skills, and seniority of a person, but this information you can find out in the Focus on Tri-City report. The last but not least, after work. Yeah, after work we need some rest, we need some relax, and the information about the cinemas, theaters, shopping malls, museums, and festivals is also included in the report Focus on Tri-City. If you want to stay within Tri-City region, then you need to know that there are 88 hotels waiting for you, including 9 5-star and 19 4-star hotels. I do really recommend you to use one of them and stay, for example, in the Sopot area. Sopot is very interesting place, very close to the seaside, with excellent hotels where you can spend your time after work or just during your travel to Tri-City. That's it for today. Thank you for being with me. It was quite a short episode, but I think I will give you such stories about the business locations in Europe, not necessarily only from Poland, but today I had for you focus on TriCity. TriCity, one of the famous destinations for the business support services industry in Poland, north of Poland on the seaside. Thank you very much, very much. If you like that, then why not to share it with your friends or download the report, where again I will tell you that the link to this report you can find out in the description of this podcast. If you liked it, you can also buy me a coffee. Yeah, why not to use this service and motivate me to record you many other episodes of the Good Morning BSS World podcast. Thanks for today. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.